The protagonist is tasked with a simple survival trial: endure a relentless 5-minute assault from 3 massive elemental dragons. The sky erupts into a chaotic storm of fire, ice, and wind as the beasts launch a coordinated strike to crush him. While weathering the elemental fury, the hero realizes the rules only demand survival and never explicitly forbid him from retaliating. Instead of just defending, he shifts into a combat stance, choosing to turn the trial into a hunt by striking back at his attackers. The fire dragon acknowledges the protagonist's resolve, mockingly granting him permission to use lethal force if he truly has the power to do so. Welcoming the challenge, the hero prepares to retaliate as the battlefield becomes a chaotic blur of clashing elemental energies and shockwaves. The intensity of the fight peaks when a massive surge of power cuts through the dragon's flames, signaling a shift from defense to a full-scale offensive. Finally, the protagonist unleashes his secret weapon, manifesting a brilliant green aura to summon his entire legion and overwhelm his massive opponents. The dragon is stunned as a massive army suddenly fills the sky, finally realizing that its opponent is a high-level summoner. With a single command, the hero's legion dives from the heavens, launching a coordinated killing charge that saturates the battlefield. Overwhelmed by the sudden pressure, the beast reels from the impact and is forced to acknowledge the human's incredible toughness. Refusing to be defeated, the dragon retaliates with a desperate claw strike, intent on crushing the summoner before his army can finish the job. Frustrated by the overwhelming numbers, the dragon struggles to comprehend how a single human could summon such a vast and disciplined force. In a desperate attempt to clear the field, the beast unleashes a devastating torrent of green elemental energy directly onto the advancing ranks. However, the protagonist counters the attack immediately by activating a mass healing skill, weaving a protective aura around his entire army. Bathed in restorative light, the soldiers remain completely unfazed by the flames, standing their ground and proving their collective resilience against the dragon's might. The green dragon, Kvass, finds itself completely pinned down and overwhelmed by the relentless pressure of the protagonist's glowing army. Sensing its imminent defeat, the beast cries out in a panic, desperately begging its elemental companions to fly in and provide backup. However, the other dragons are far too preoccupied with their own struggles and bluntly refuse to leave their positions to help their comrade. Just as the situation reaches a boiling point, a mysterious level 85 rainbow beast emerges from the shadows, adding a strange new variable to the battlefield. As the rainbow beast erupts into a blinding surge of power, the entire battlefield is washed in a vibrant, multicolored light. The protagonist remains unfazed, noting with a confident grin that he has been waiting for the creature to finally lose its composure. Activating his undead gaze, he triggers the manifestation of a colossal, dark tower that rises from the ground amidst an eerie green mist. Consequently, the fire dragon is gripped by sudden shock, staring in disbelief at the ominous structure now dominating the horizon. The massive eye symbol from the undead gaze fully manifests, locking its sinister focus onto the rainbow beast. Instantly, a violent streak of green energy tears through the battlefield, delivering a decisive blow to the target. The creature is caught in a spectral explosion, struggling helplessly as the protagonist's magic begins to crush its defenses. Smoke rises from the wounded beast as it let out a pained cry, reeling from a counterattack it never saw coming. The green dragon is shaken by the sheer scale of the hero's power, questioning how a mid-level human could possibly wield such a terrifying and advanced skill. Driven by wounded pride, the beast bellows a call to action, unleashing a massive emerald blast to defend the ancient glory of dragonkind against this human intruder. Recognizing the rising threat, the fire and ice dragons quickly align their efforts, spiraling together to launch a lethal, synchronized elemental attack. The ice dragon warns of the escalating stakes as they finally activate their ultimate combo, the elemental storm, designed to obliterate the summoner in a single blow. The elemental dragons merge their powers into a singular, devastating vortex high above the protagonist's winged form. This leads to the activation of the elemental storm, a lethal combination skill that spirals with high-velocity rainbow energy. Consequently, the entire arena is consumed by a massive, blinding explosion as the concentrated magic finally detonates at the center. The sheer force of the impact tears across the landscape, leaving a trail of chaos behind as the battlefield is completely engulfed. As the smoke from the massive explosion clears, the protagonist is revealed to be standing completely unscathed amidst the debris. Remaining perfectly calm, he nonchalantly analyzes the dragon's ultimate move, comparing its mechanics to a high-level skill he has encountered before. The fire dragon is struck with absolute disbelief, stammering as it questions if the young man is even human after surviving such a lethal blow. Meanwhile, the green dragon scoffs in frustration, hiding its shock by claiming that only the trial's restrictive rules are preventing it from using its true strength. With the time limit finally expired, the protagonist notes that he has successfully survived the trial and waits for the official results. The ice dragon confirms his victory but presents him with a choice. He can either take his current rewards and leave or risk it all on a second assessment. The beast warns him that while the next round offers double the rewards, failure will result in losing everything or even death. Despite the grim warning, the hero doesn't hesitate for a second, choosing to move forward and face the next level of the challenge. The ice dragon validates the hero's potential, officially granting him passage to the next phase of the assessment. As the second level begins, sudden golden lightning fills the arena and forcibly revokes the protagonist's ability to fly. Realizing his wings have been disabled, the warrior quickly deduces that he must adapt to a new set of rules for this stage. This leads to the manifestation of a colossal white staircase, presenting a daunting new climb that he must now face on foot. A massive white staircase manifests before the protagonist, winding upward into a sky filled with crackling golden lightning. Acknowledging the new challenge, the young man offers a brief word of thanks as he mentally prepares for the grueling climb.